Hey boy, you better move away from this laptop. Me and Bobo claiming his bounty.
It's not worth much to us, broken cat. We need Tim to fix it.
Come on, guys, get off the laptop. You're not claiming any bounty on this. It's not even yours.
Right, broken screen, student laptop. You can see the crack going down there. Bit dusty, but not too bad. I've seen way worse. Alright, when you're doing a laptop screen, there's certain things you need. Screwdriver, tweezers, and what I call a guitar pick. But yeah, if you're going to ever work on any laptop, doesn't matter what you're doing, you always need to disconnect the battery. Otherwise, while you're working on it, it can turn on and you could cause some serious damage, or potentially cause damage by shorting something, and then the whole laptop is stuffed. So yeah, with these laptops often there's hidden screws underneath the rubber, so you get So what I try to do is get the initial separation. Just got to find a spot that might work better. There we go. And we just got to work our way around. I would not recommend using anything metallic to try and open the lids of laptops, because you'll either slip, push it inside, and damage something underneath there. Plastic is a lot safer. Plastic is less likely to damage anything. And my golden rule is, if it won't come easy, don't force it. There's probably a screw you've missed.
Yells and blasters too is pretty good if you're asking me.
No, cat. He needs to fix it, not break it.
There we go. And there we have it. There's the insides. Doesn't look too dirty. Alright, this is the battery here. So get this out. We've got a speaker wire that's going just down there, that's attached to the battery, so make sure you move that out of the way. And battery's off, and it can't turn on now. So we're safe to begin working on the screen. So first steps to taking off the screen. Usually you have screen cables here, and we've got a wireless going up here. So we'll disconnect the wireless. This has got a single cable wireless, so it's a budget one. Usually they have two cables coming in. That's a single one, and we just unwind it through the little holders, and so it's ready to go there. And over here we've got a little flip up connector, ribbon cable. Just gently pop that out. It's loose. We're now ready to take the hinge screws out.
Still got this little cough of mine. It is slowly getting better. Hopefully it'll go away soon, because I'm getting fed up with it and tired of it.
Alright, so we'll carefully lift up the hinges and we now have the broken screen free of the base. So let's move the base out the way. Just inspecting how this one works, and it looks like it's not anything unusual. So I usually try to start up the top here. And we just slowly work the bezel off. Once again, only use plastic, do not use metal. You're more likely to damage something. What they usually do with these as well is they put adhesive just underneath here. To help hold the screen on, and definitely used some strong adhesive because it's not budging. Sometimes what I got to do is use a little bit of circuit cleaner, which is basically alcohol. Spray a little bit and get it into that adhesive, and it should cause it to unstick. There we go. Got it started, and that just gets us going. It is a fiddly operation. This plastic bezel is quite fragile. If you pull on it, it will snap, and you don't want that to happen. Just work your way around without really yanking on anything. Repairing laptops has an element of finesse to it. You can't come in with just rip open attitude. If you get frustrated by having to try and get things open by being gentle with it, this sort of repair work isn't for you. And I've seen people go a bit wild. They bring it in and they've had a go themselves, and yeah, they actually end up doing more damage than good. And it ends up costing them more. So leave it to the professionals. There we go. Alright, boom. Now have the bezel off in one piece, and you can see all the adhesive. We're going to have to replace all that, but I'm going to have to clean that all off first. That's the most boring and annoying part of doing it. If it's never been opened before, generally there is a little tongue for the adhesive they use to hold the screen in. I can see it. It's going to be barely visible on the video, but there's a little black tongue down here. I'm just going to pop that out so I can get a hold of it. And it does not want to come out. Alright, got it. I'm going to slowly pull it from behind, like roll it out from behind the broken screen. And if you pull too hard, it snaps, and then you swear because you're gonna have to do it the hard way to get this thing off. So just take your time, let it slowly come off. Gee, it should be at the end by now. Come on. Ah. Alright, there we go. One down. Now I've got to dig around and get the next one. Alright, we got the second one going. slowly, slowly. This one's coming a lot better. Why couldn't the first one be like that? Ouch, get whipped and you lose circulation in your fingers. Alright, these screws are getting a bit messy, move them out the way. Alright, so with the tape out from underneath, screen should gently lift up. There's nothing sticking it down. Just be careful not to pull on this display cable because you can tear something. And then we're on the back of the screen. We're just going to peel up this securing tape. Put that aside. And there's the screen connection. And it's got a little handlebar lever to hold it on. You just lift that up and you gently and carefully slide the cable back out of its slot. And I find many times it catches and won't come. There we go. Just take your time, don't reef it, whatever you do. And voila, we have the screen out. Alright, so now we do the boring part, which is clean up the bezel and get it prepped. I'll come back to you after I've done that. Alright, I've got all the tape done and I've just got the new screen sitting without being taped down, and I've just temporarily hooked it up to the computer and then to the power, turned it on to make sure the screen works, and we can see that it's working, so we're good to keep going and tape it all in properly. So let's move on to that. And Bobber and Kat are pleased that it's all working so far.
Of course we're happy. You've almost got it fixed and then we can get our bounty.
Yes, Cat. But remember, you're splitting the bounty with me.